When you have blackheads, whiteheads, or acne, pulling them out with an instrument, tweezers, or using manual pressure to pinch your skin comes with a package I don't recommend. Doing this can actually be dangerous to your skin. I did this the wrong way, and I ended up putting a lot of scarring on my face. What are those little structures that bring the oil to the surface of your skin? The root cause of a blackhead, a whitehead, and acne all comes from the same thing. The solution I'm going to talk about is way better than the topical creams people are using for these issues. Those are just treating the symptoms. We're not fixing the cause. When we're dealing with any skin problems, it's so important to identify the real problem before we even get to a solution. If you look up blackheads and whiteheads, it'll list things like bacterial infection and too many dead skin cells. The difference between a whitehead and a blackhead is this: when you have a blackhead, the oil inside the pore is more exposed to oxygen, and it's oxidizing, like an apple turns brown. A whitehead, on the other hand, is not exposed to oxygen. When we're talking about pus, we're mainly talking about oil. One big misunderstanding is thinking that a person is just producing too much oil, and that's what's causing the problem. Some of these topical creams do work, at least temporarily. I'm also going to talk about another cream called anido extract, which is loaded with a very special type of vitamin E that does help control oil to some degree. But one of the big things I want to share with you is this: a lot of people are solving the wrong problem. It's actually not about excess oil production. The real problem is that the little gland is producing thicker, stickier oil that doesn't flow like normal oil. So, what's behind that? What causes this sticky oil? There are 5 causes, and the 5th is the most common. I want to run through all of them so you know what they are, because they all relate to what we're going to do about it. 1. Hormones. We know that in puberty, your androgens, including testosterone, are higher. That produces a high level of a certain type of testosterone called DHT. DHT makes your oil thick and sticky, like glue. 2. Insulin. The other hormone involved is insulin. Having too much insulin will raise your androgen levels. Insulin is triggered by carbohydrates, sugars, and starches. Too much insulin also blocks the 3rd factor. 3. Zinc deficiency. When you eat a lot of refined carbs and sugar, you're depleting your zinc. Zinc is crucial in regulating how much oil your glands produce. If you're deficient in zinc, not only will you produce too much oil, but that oil will be thicker and stickier. Zinc is also needed to prevent excess DHT. See how this connects. 4. Vitamin A deficiency. When you're deficient in vitamin A, you produce thick, sticky oil that plugs everything up. By the way, you need zinc to allow vitamin A to work. They work together. 5. Seed oils, most important. This last cause is the most important. The oil in your skin is mostly made of unsaturated fat. Why is that significant? Because the unsaturated fats you consume make up the oil in your skin. Seed oils are highly processed. When you consume them, they start making up the oil in your skin. Now we don't have something natural, we have something highly pro-inflammatory. These seed oils build up in your liver and prevent you from making enough bile to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. You need a healthy liver to get enough vitamin A for healthy skin. We're dealing with an industrial oil that should never be in our diet. Unfortunately, seed oils stay in your body for 1.5 to 2 years, so you'll have to avoid them for quite some time. What kind of foods are creating this problem? Ultra-processed foods. They contain refined sugars, refined starches, and seed oils. The more refined sugar and starch you eat, the more zinc you deplete. These processed ingredients also destroy your liver, which prevents you from using vitamin A properly. On top of all that, sugar and starch increase your insulin levels, and seed oils contribute to insulin resistance. That, in turn, causes your body to make even more insulin. Your skin is getting hit from every angle. Let's look at the opposite of that. What should we be eating to keep our androgens and insulin low, and to have enough zinc and vitamin A? A low-carbohydrate diet. Avoid sugar and starch. Your skin will start to heal. In addition to reducing seed oils, there are other high omega-6 fatty acid foods to avoid. These include animals that are fed grains, like chicken and pork. Even eggs from grain-fed chickens could make things worse. Here's what I recommend: grass-fed beef and lamb. Wild-caught fish, sardines, and shellfish, high in zinc. Red meat, also rich in zinc. Grass-fed butte. A grass-fed beef liver. Cod liver oil loaded with vitamin A. This simple switch from avoiding junk foods to eating real, nutrient-dense foods gets to the root of your skin problems fast, without needing to just cope with the symptoms anymore. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hit that subscribe button for more expert insights and practical tips to help you feel your best.